Yes, Kwayana. I read Kwayana's book, but I didn't see anything about diet. Kwayana didn't talk about diet because you were doing this vegan thing long before this thing became a trend. But I didn't find food in this book. I don't remember reading much about food.
No, it's not in there because I discuss it with people who ask me.
Okay, well, I ask you now
Because
why you eat the way you eat.
Because I can discuss it anytime people call me and discuss it, because we had passed through a period in which there was a lot of dictatorship about food.
Okay.
And being in politics myself, it would be very stupid and clumsy if I try to impose things on people's personal life. You see what I mean?
I see.
But if they ask you, you can freely relate them to sources or discuss particular things with them. And there are many people who are able to help in this regard. But I can put you in touch with them privately.
Okay.
But it became very sickening when we had in Guyana political authorities that would be ordering people about what they could eat and what they could not eat. And I had to fight against those things, although I myself did not eat those things.
No.
Just
Yeah.
So the knowledge is open, and I will willingly share it with people who ask questions, who call.
Yeah.
I can refer to them also to other people who may be on this webinar.
Right.
But I wouldn't expose them.
Okay.
And we can get at things that are very helpful.
Okay, thank you.
To us,
For those who are not Bostonians and Guyanese and whatever, going to Kwayana's house, because he never even talk about this. But if I may, Kwayana, forgive me for stepping out of bounds or tell me stop that. When I used to go to Kwayana's house, it was magical to me because I had never seen. First of all, it's an open concept. You can free to walk in. You see, the house is open. In Guyana, you get kitchen bar off and living room bar off, not quite in a house. And then you sit on the ground, on the floor, and you eat from calabash. But I used to want to tell my friends, get Guyana, get the avocado, the pear as we call it, and mash it up, And then they got nuts and honey. And so I thought, what a way to eat. I didn't understand it. And lots of fruit. But I didn't understand that was a lifestyle and things like that. And we heard that he didn't eat salt. So we had these myths about all of that. Hilarious. Those of you Bostonians, you know the myths. Victor Moses and Remington, you know the stories. But it's hilarious. I was telling Kofi one time, cracking up with laughter. One of the myths was people said Kwayana used to fly. So
yes.
Kwayana used to wear a gray short jacket and a gray pants, a little flutter pants, flapping in the wind by the ankle. So me now, little girl, so little and stupid, there's a Kwayana fly, meet up on the line top by Miss Paris shop and watching he go in. I said, I'm waiting for he take off. I'm going to see take off here today. So watching he go past from the rum shop, Norris rum shop. And so he going till he go in the distance. Me never see he fly. I'm so disappointed. The guy that eat salt, you fly, you go back to Africa. They say when they lock up Kwayana, and so Sir Alfred Savage, wife the home chest see Kwayana in the room and eat banana. Oh, Kwayana hand, she say, man, can they? So this, we call the Buxton Sage, but there's so many stories. I don't even know if he knew that we said those things, and I'm pretty sure there are more.
Yeah. Actually, there is a connection there with my dad. The fact that Keith is online there. When my dad passed away, Kwayana actually did a little act that they enacted as part of his eulogy about Kwayana moving around in secret in Guyana. I don't know if you remember that, Eusi.
Hello.
Who's speaking there?
This is
This is John. You guys don't forget that the governor saw this man while he was while he was doing his fast outside the governor's house. You know, there was a myth there too that they said the governor see the man in the bedroom.
Yes.
Don't forget that. You guys don't know about that?
Yes, and I hear about that. And the governor said, the governor said, go and think. The people said, no, he in jail. He there right there. He said, no, I seen him right over here.
That's right.
They said,
it's very interesting.
Lock up, he there right there.
People are very superstitious about, especially fasting and that kind of thing, you know?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And they feel it's something behind it. I used to be walking on the road, and when I changed first, and I could hear people laughing at me.
Really?
And expecting to see me take off in the, in the sky. But I was amused because I knew what it was. I used to go for long walks, you know,
yes,
along the railway line, down towards Lusignan and so on. And even up to 2002, a young fellow came from somewhere. I was at Lesson's place, called me aside. He wants to ask me a question, yes. He wants to know how to get power. I said, what do you mean? And this is what he was talking about me. I said, listen, I said, I can't do any of those things. Don't believe it. It's not true.
But also, you see,
I said, my rule is master yourself, not others.
mm-hmm.
Control yourself, not others. That is that's enough power for any human being. I left it at that. They don't believe. Yeah.
Trevor, go ahead. And somebody's asking Kwayana why the name change.
That's easy. I let other people answer that, please.
Trevor, you get the answer? Anybody get the answer?
Well, of course,
someone else try, and then I will.
Yes.
We all try to move away from our slave name to, you know, our African roots,
yes.
African roots, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anybody get another answer? Let me call your name. I'll call your name. You got to know your box stand.
Answer the question, Tafao.
Why you changed it?
We were the only people in Guyana, of names going along with those languages. But because we were enslaved, made into tools, they took those rights away from us. And so we had this organization, ASCRIA, that in 1968 called for a cultural revolution. And one of the things in the cultural revolution was to choose an African name. It wasn't compulsory. There are members that didn't change their name, and that's okay. But all who wanted, we made names available from several countries in Africa that you could choose an African name to suit yourself, to sort of try and become an original once again, you know, and not something made in Europe. That is the kind of thinking that went behind the name change. It wasn't anything personal. It was a campaign we had. It was a campaign. And the name I chose is baffling because Eusi means black, comes from the Swahili language. My day name would have been, born Saturday, I would have been Kwame. But there was a very famous African leader named Kwame Nkrumah. And I did not believe in copying names of famous people. So that barred me from using a day name.
Okay. And
I chose one with a significance, meaning black. You see, that's it in a nutshell.
Okay.
Thank you.
So everybody, it's been a while we've been on here, and we've got to wrap things up. Thank you so much for participating. I have to go.